Imagine it is 11:55 p.m. on December 31st, and while everyone else is popping champagne, you are staring at a screen in absolute panic. You are frantically adding premium orthopedic insoles, expensive prescription sunglasses, and clinical sunscreen into an online shopping cart as the clock ticks down. You do not even need these random items, but you have $450 left in your benefit account that is about to vanish forever. In exactly 5 minutes, every single cent of your hard-earned money will legally dissolve into thin air without your explicit consent. This cash does not go to some mysterious fund. It reverts directly back into the general corporate treasury of your employer. This is the harsh reality of the federally sanctioned use it or lose it system that quietly dictates your workplace healthcare benefits every single year. But have you ever stopped to wonder why the entire tax-saving system is engineered to punish you for simply staying healthy? Why does a system designed for your personal well-being force you into a mandatory, highly irrational panic shopping spree every single December? Over the next few minutes, we will break down the calculated designs that turn your medical protection into an automated expiration loop. We will also reveal the ultimate tax-sheltering pivot that high earners utilize to quietly build tax-free generational wealth from healthcare assets. At the absolute core of this economic model lies a powerful cognitive bias that behavioral experts refer to as loss aversion. Psychological research demonstrates that the pain of losing an existing asset is twice as intense as the pleasure of gaining one. By threatening the total annihilation of your accumulated medical cash, the system triggers an intense, involuntary spending frenzy in your brain. Instead of allowing your employer to reclaim your money, you make low-utility purchases on high-priced medical gear you never actually wanted. Consumers mistake this frantic, forced overspending for a massive tax victory, completely ignoring the fact that their capital has been heavily drained. Let us analyze the exact corporate mechanics of this automated expiration loop, starting from the moment you authorize your pre-tax paycheck deductions. Your benefit account is technically a corporate-held asset, governed by IRS Section 125, meaning you do not legally own the raw account. When you forfeit unspent cash at the end of the year, that money is not sent as a penalty to the federal government. It is legally absorbed straight back into your employer's corporate treasury to offset the administrative expenses of managing the employee benefits. Corporate benefit structures are mathematically designed to count on a highly predictable percentage of employee forfeiture leakage every single fiscal year. In this system, the house always wins, regardless of whether you choose to stay healthy or engage in frantic end-of-year shopping. If you stay healthy and do not spend, your employer quietly reclaims your cash to bolster their own corporate balance sheets. If you panic spend to prevent the loss, retail pharmacy giants capture your hard-earned capital on massive margin specialty medical products. Your hard-earned capital is effectively trapped inside a highly restrictive corporate-controlled pipeline designed to limit your personal long-term financial growth. To fully understand how devastating this financial drain is over time, we must analyze the massive wealth gap that separates two different families. To visualize this financial divergence in the real world, let us track two middle-class households over a 15-year career span. Both households earn an identical salary of $100,000 and proactively earmark $3,000 every single year for their medical benefit accounts. Household A blindly accepts the default employee onboarding package, funneling their pre-tax contributions into a standard employer-sponsored spending plan. Because human health is inherently volatile and hard to predict, they find themselves forfeiting an average of $300 to the annual deadline. To avoid losing the rest, they waste an additional $500 on panic-buying unnecessary high-end medical supplies they do not actually need. This means Household A suffers a painful $800 of pure capital wastage every single year through direct forfeiture or forced consumption. Meanwhile, Household B strategically pairs a high-deductible healthcare plan with a sovereign, personal savings vehicle that they fully control. In this sovereign setup, their accumulated money never expires, legally carrying over from year to year with zero penalty or administrative clawbacks. Instead of let it rot cash, they immediately route their unused capital into low-cost index funds, putting their tax-free money to work. Assuming a highly realistic historical market return of 8%, the mathematical reality over a 15-year career span is absolutely staggering. Let us run the numbers, comparing annual contributions, wasted assets, and the final compounded balances after 15 years of active tracking. Household A spent 15 years believing they were saving taxes, yet their account reset to exactly $0 at the end of every December. Household B, by investing their unused health dollars, built a compounding, tax-sheltered powerhouse that swelled to a massive $43,986 in asset value. This leaves an incredible $43,986 gap in net family wealth, completely separating those who played by the default rules from those who pivoted. Household B turned an ongoing healthcare burden into a triple tax-advantaged wealth weapon, shielding their hard-earned money from the IRS on 3 separate fronts. To stop your hard-earned capital from evaporating into the system, you must deploy a highly precise, tactical, asymmetric migration protocol. The first step is executing the grace period audit, checking if your employer offers the federally approved extension until March 15th. The second step is checking your carryover cap to ensure you roll over up to the maximum legal limit of $640. The third step is extracting your remaining balance on high-utility, pre-approved essentials, like clinical-grade skincare and premium first aid gear that you actually use. Tomorrow morning, log directly into your company benefit portal and review your upcoming open enrollment options with extreme scrutiny. If your annual medical expenses are relatively stable and predictable, prepare to make the ultimate transition during the next enrollment cycle. Stop allowing corporate benefit structures and rigid deadlines to absorb and capitalize on your unspent pre-tax salaries year after year. Shatter the artificial countdown timers, reclaim full legal ownership of your hard-earned financial assets, and secure your long-term economic sovereignty. If you are ready to dismantle the hidden wealth-draining mechanisms of everyday life, subscribe to Economecha and take command of your capital. Stop letting the system dictate your wealth, master the laws of financial psychology, and make your money work for your future self.